The best thing you did for someone when they were at the end of their life. I once had this sweet, lively neighbor named Clara, who was 89 and one of the friendliest souls I'd ever met. She had a spirit that could light up any room, but her body wasn't as agile as it used to be, and she'd sometimes need help with groceries or walking to the nearby park. I didn't mind helping her though. Clara's stories alone made every minute worth it. One warm Sunday morning, I was heading out to walk my dog when Clara called me over from her porch. She was dressed in a floral dress with her usual sun hat and a wide grin. "Today's the day, kid," she announced. I was puzzled, but I went along with it. "What's the occasion, Clara?" I asked, chuckling. She beamed and explained she wanted to visit the ocean one last time. She hadn't been in decades and missed the feeling of sand under her feet and the sound of waves crashing. "I know it's silly," she said, "but I have to feel that ocean breeze again." Clara had lived a modest life and didn't drive, so I quickly agreed to take her. We packed a little picnic, grabbed a big floppy hat to shield her from the sun, and set off on our adventure. As we got closer to the beach, I could see her eyes widen with excitement. She'd become quieter, almost entranced by the view. When we arrived, I helped her out of the car and onto the sand. She took her shoes off and closed her eyes as she dug her toes into the sand. "I feel like a kid again," she whispered, her voice full of wonder. I watched her walk slowly towards the shoreline, her eyes shining as she watched the waves roll in. We spent hours there. Clara would giggle every time a wave tickled her feet, and I couldn't help but feel happy just watching her. We talked about life, love, and the small things that make life beautiful. As the sun started to set, Clara let out a big sigh and said, "I think this is my happiest day in years." Not long after that day, Clara passed away peacefully in her sleep. Her daughter came by to tell me, and she said that her mom couldn't stop talking about that beach day. She even left a note asking if her ashes could be spread at that exact spot. So, a week later, I returned to that beach with Clara's family and scattered her ashes in the place where she'd found her joy. Now, every time I visit that beach, I remember Clara's laugh and the way the waves seemed to lift her spirit. That trip meant the world to her, but it might have meant even more to me.